This is not a coincidence. You didn't find this message by accident. Something is about to happen in your life, something you have been waiting for, something you almost gave up on. Jesus is saying, my child. This is your sign. What you have been praying for is closer than you think. You've been patient, even when it was hard. You kept believing, even when nothing was changing. There were moments you felt like quitting, moments you thought, maybe it's not meant for me. But hear this clearly, it is meant for you. Jesus says, my child. I have heard every prayer, I have seen every effort, nothing you did was wasted. Right now, things may still look the same. No big change yet, no clear sign yet, but behind the scenes, everything is aligning, people are being positioned, opportunities are being prepared, the right moment is being set. Jesus is saying, my child. I am working even when you cannot see it. And when it happens, it will happen suddenly, faster than you expected, in a way you didn't plan. That's how God moves, quietly, then powerfully. You will look back and realize, every delay had a purpose, every no was leading to a better yes. Jesus says, my child. Stay ready, what is coming will change your life. If you believe something big is coming into your life, type Amen and prepare your heart to receive it. Now. Something starts to feel different, not in a loud way, not in an obvious way, but deep inside, you can feel it, a shift. Jesus is saying, my child. Before I release something big into your life, I send signs to prepare your heart. At first, these signs may seem small, easy to ignore, but they are powerful. You may begin to notice a sudden sense of calm where there was anxiety, small progress where everything once felt stuck, unexpected opportunities appearing at the right time. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. Jesus says, my child. I am showing you that something is changing, pay attention to what you feel. Because the first sign is not outside, it is within you. Your thoughts begin to clear, your heart feels lighter, you are not as worried as before, you are not overthinking every situation. Instead, you feel a quiet confidence, a belief that something good is coming. Jesus is saying, my child. This peace you feel is my presence, it is a sign that I am preparing you. Then slowly, the outer signs begin to follow, a conversation that opens a door, a moment that brings clarity, a situation that suddenly shifts. You may not understand everything yet, but you feel it, something is happening, and that feeling is real. Jesus says, my child. Do not ignore these signs, they are leading you to what you have been waiting for. This is the stage where waiting turns into expectation, where doubt turns into belief, where fear begins to disappear. Now, what you were feeling inside starts to show up in your reality. The signs you noticed are no longer just feelings, they are becoming visible. Jesus is saying, my child. I do not show you signs without purpose, they are leading you to the opportunity one prepared for you. At first, it may come quietly, not as something overwhelming, but as something clear, a chance you didn't expect, a door that suddenly opens, a path that finally makes sense, and something inside you will recognize it, a calm knowing, this is it. You may begin to notice a situation finally moving forward, a solution appearing where there was confusion, a new opportunity that feels right without forcing. This is not coincidence, this is alignment. Jesus says, my child. Receive what I am placing in your life, this is the beginning of your answered prayer. You might hesitate for a moment, because after waiting so long, it feels unfamiliar, but listen carefully, you are ready. Everything you went through prepared you for this exact moment, every delay, every lesson, every struggle, led you here. Jesus is saying, my child. Step forward with faith, do not let doubt make you miss what you prayed for. This is your moment to move, not perfectly, but confidently, because this one step will lead to something much greater. Now, everything begins to accelerate, what started as a sign, then became an opportunity, is now turning into a breakthrough. Jesus is saying, my child. When the time is right, what I have prepared will move quickly. You may begin to notice progress happening faster than before, one step leading to multiple results, situations suddenly shifting in your favor. This is no longer just a possibility, this is reality forming. The thing you once prayed for is now happening. Jesus says, my child. Stay focused in this moment, do not let fear or doubt distract you. Because when life starts changing quickly, it can feel overwhelming. You might think, is this really happening? Can I handle this? But the truth is, you already are. You stayed patient, you kept your faith, you didn't give up, and now, you are seeing the result. Jesus is saying, my child. This is your breakthrough, receive it with confidence and gratitude. At this stage, momentum becomes strong, things don't stop like before, they flow, naturally, powerfully. You are no longer waiting, you are experiencing, everything around you begins to align, and for the first time, you can feel it clearly, things are truly working in your favor. Jesus says, my child. Keep moving forward, this breakthrough is only the beginning of something greater. Now, everything begins to grow. What started as a breakthrough is no longer just a moment, it is expanding. Jesus is saying, my child. I do not bring change into your life just to stop halfway. What I start, I complete. The shift you experienced is now becoming something stable. You may begin to notice progress that continues instead of stopping, opportunities that keep connecting one after another, results that feel real, not temporary. This is no longer luck. This is alignment turning into success. Before, things felt uncertain, now things feel steady. Jesus says, my child. This is what happens when you trust my timing. What is meant for you begins to stay. At this stage, your confidence becomes natural. You are no longer questioning every step, you are moving with belief, because now, you can see the difference, you can feel the growth, and that gives you strength. Jesus is saying, my child. Keep going, do not slow down now, you are building something that will last. Even when small challenges appear, they don't stop you, because now you understand something deeper, you are supported, you are guided, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is your success phase, where everything starts to make sense, where your life begins to feel stable, where your efforts finally show results. Jesus says, my child. Stay humble, stay grateful, and stay focused. What you are experiencing now is only the beginning. If you feel your breakthrough turning into real success, type Amen and continue walking forward with faith. Now, everything begins to feel complete. The success you've been experiencing is no longer just about results, it becomes peace, it becomes balance, and it begins to reveal your purpose. Jesus is saying, my child. I did not bring you this far just to succeed, I brought you here to live a life of peace and meaning. You start to notice something deeper. It's not just what you have, it's how you feel, calm, grounded, certain. This is true fulfillment, not just achieving more, but feeling whole within yourself. Jesus says, my child. When your life aligns with me, you don't just gain success, you gain peace. At this stage, everything feels stable, your mind is no longer restless. Your heart is no longer heavy, you are not chasing constantly, you are living with clarity, living with intention, living with purpose. You may begin to feel a deeper calling, to help others who were once where you were, to share your journey in your own way, to become a source of strength for someone else. This is not random, this is your purpose awakening. Everything you went through was preparing you for this moment. Jesus is saying, my child. Your life is meant to be a light, what you have overcome will inspire others. And now, you are ready to live not just for yourself, but for something greater. This is where your life becomes meaningful. This is where your journey becomes powerful. If you feel your life becoming peaceful, balanced, and full of purpose, type Amen and continue walking in faith and light.